When Charlotte was 3.5 years old, she got the flu, and so we took her to her pediatrician's office, and she noticed some bruising and some broken blood vessels around her eyes and her mouth. So she wanted to order some lab work. We returned 3 times for lab work, and each time her platelets were low. So her doctor suggested to us that we should see a hematologist at Nemours Children's Hospital. He wanted labs monitored monthly. The platelets kept decreasing until she finally needed a platelet transfusion, and she had a bone marrow biopsy, and that's when she was finally diagnosed with severe aplastic anemia. It started once a week. She was needing transfusions, and then it turned into twice a week, and by 6 months, we were going to the hospital 3 times a week for blood transfusions and platelet transfusions. So the doctor ordered a bone marrow biopsy, and at that time it was shown on the biopsy that the treatment did not work. At one of our appointments at Nemours for a transfusion, and speaking to one of the nurses, they recommended that we should call Florida Hospital because they had just recruited a new transplant doctor, Dr. Shook. I called Dr. Shook's office and left a message with the secretary, expecting a call back, to make a consult appointment. And I was surprised when I got a phone call directly from Dr. Shook.
When Charlotte's mother, Estella, first contacted me, I called her back because it was clear that she had questions that she needed answered. And even though Charlotte wasn't my patient and I'd never met Estella before, this is what I do. This is our calling. This is how I approach every patient, every child, every family.
We ended up talking on the phone for an hour and a half, which is unheard of for a doctor to call someone that's not his patient and do a consult over the phone for an hour and a half. So that helped ease our fears. After we got off the phone, we decided to transfer Charlotte's care to him because we felt more comfortable with him being her transplant doctor instead.
Charlotte has an extremely rare condition called severe aplastic anemia. And that's a condition in which the body's own immune system begins to attack the cells that make your own blood. And slowly over time, you lose the ability to make blood cells of any kind. Puts you at risk for infection, bleeding, anemia, and the only way to rescue a child from that condition is bone marrow transplant.
After transplant, your goal is day 100. That's the day that you finally reach some sort of normalcy. For us, day 100 meant we finally got to go home. But we went for our appointment with Dr. Shook on day 95, and he gave us the exciting news that we could go home then. Right now we are 1 year post-transplant, and she's returned to school like a normal kid, so that was very exciting for her. She can go to Disney, she can go to the park, she can play with other kids. Just to be able to do all the normal things that she wasn't able to do when she was living in a bubble is amazing for us. Just for her to be able to get to that point to live a normal life.